I almost just ended stream. Oh no. First of all, Froy, thank you for subscribing to Twitch Prime for 38 months, and then Evasive, thank you for gifting a sub to Rin. Um, so I don't know if y'all know what like Streamlabs OBS. It's just Streamlabs now. My bad. I don't know if y'all know what it looks like, but there's a button down at the bottom where it says "Start live stream." Um, unopening. Did I? Oops. I meant unboxing. My brain is fried. I was on the phone with Jewel earlier and I kept saying back green drop instead of green backdrop. Um anyway, so we can stream for 30 minutes today. I don't know if y'all know this. LA, it's raining. It's a weird Friday feeling on the fried brain. Okay, as long as it's not just me. It says I have one viewer in here, so I guess all of you we're all a collective hive mind, the one viewer. Anyway, so I have a lot to tell you. It says 44 for me. It just says 1. I don't care. It's fine. For starters, I don't know if y'all can see, I split my lip like 2 weeks ago and it won't heal. I mean it does heal and then it splits and my lips aren't chapped and I haven't been chewing my lips. So I don't know why it keeps splitting. So last night I went to sleep. Neighbors were super loud, but the neighbors, this is what's really weird. I saw the neighbors leave with like 3 suitcases. I sound like a crazy stalker neighbor, right? But I just noticed. Noxum, thank you for subscribing.
Yeah.
Get some Vaseline. I had some. Vaseline doesn't help me for some reason. But the thing is, last night, you know how they're like, oh, it's not us, it's not us. Also, my landlord said that he's handling it, so anyway, because I spoke with him yesterday. Anyway, but I saw them leave with like a ton of suitcases. But then last night I heard like a ton of noise at like 1 to 2 in the morning. I was in bed with both. I have a little fan next to my nightstand, and then a big fan on the other side of the room. Because I need white noise and I like the cold air. Don't question. Anyway, and I could still hear it, and I was like, oh my god! I was like, I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep with this. Anyway, so they don't have workers in their house at 2 a.m. But anyway, so then this morning I woke up and my curtains were kind of open a little bit, so like a little bit of sunlight was coming in, and I looked at my phone to see what time it was, because I just woke up, and it said 7, and I was like, holy shit, it's 7 p.m. How did I sleep? I slept for, oh my god, how long did I sleep for? I slept 7 p.m. Oh fuck, what do I do? Oh god, I don't, because I got stuff to do today, right? What are they doing at 2 a.m.? See, I know you think that they're doing they're just walking and stomping. It shakes my windows. Like, did your power go out? No, thank God. Which is gonna be my next story in a second. So anyway, so I woke up at 7, and I was like, oh my god, oh god, and then I woke up a little bit more, and I realized it was 7 a.m. and I was like, oh, well, shit, I should get up, and then I promptly fell back asleep for 4 hours. And so then I was like, okay, now I gotta get up. Now I gotta get up. Now I gotta get up. I have to get up. I have to do stuff. But I had like really weird, vivid dreams about like a place. Like, okay, this is so weird. So it was all of my friends. So like CJ, Andy, Nate, Jewel, like 3 other people. Gage was there, and I was like taking everyone on like an exploration trip or something, like, which is weird because most people like they live here, so it's not like they need to go on an LA tour. Like Gage and Nate, I understand. But like, anyway, so there's a place. I don't know if this is a real thing. Anyway, so we pull up. We're in this big van, and we pull up, and it's a place called the Magic Kingdom, and we're all excited to go in, and it's $30 to get in. And everyone's like, $30? What do you mean it's $30? And I was like, I mean, everyone that's in here can afford it. It's okay. So, but then like Jewel couldn't afford it, so I covered for her. But I was like, damn, $60. I know Magic Kingdom's in Disney. I know that. But this was just like a big, like a Hobby Lobby in like a parking lot? It was like that, but it said Magic Kingdom on it. Anyway, so we walk in and it kind of looks a little bit like the floor looks like Chuck E. Cheese floor. And they have like a check-in area. And like the first ground floor is just like a bunch of clothes. And it's like a store, right? So we go in and we're paying. And then we walk around and we thought it like extended more. But it didn't. And it was just a store to buy clothes that you had to pay to go in. And everybody was pissed. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know it was going to be like that. And everyone's like, Kate, we wasted $30 to come in here. This place is shit. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, that was my weird dream. I don't know if I don't think it's a real place. Anyway, so we're sorry I had to deal with this. How's the shoulder pain? It's kind of okay. I haven't been lifting, haven't been doing anything. So I haven't really noticed it too much, which is good. You want to hear about my printer? Because I told you about... Did I talk about the printer incident? Did I go into detail about everything that happened? Only on Discord? Alright. Just prepare yourself. Alright? So. How long ago were the floods? LA flooded like a month ago, roughly. And with that flood, it killed the power, right? Power shut down. I was out and then I got home and I was like, why are my lights on? Because my Hue lights, this is like, I have Philips Hue lights, they were off. And then when the power goes out and then, so you plug the thing back in, it turns on automatically. And so I walk in the house and I was like, why are my lights on? And then I walk over to my stove and I see it's blinking and my microwave is blinking and I was like, oh shit, we lost power. Whatever, fine. However, it fucked my internet and I didn't really know because like most stuff connected, but some stuff didn't connect. And ever since then, from when that happened to now, whenever I would do FaceTime, it would go from Wi-Fi to data and then it'd stay on data. And then I'd have to like disconnect from the Wi-Fi and then reconnect back to the Wi-Fi and it would go back onto the Wi-Fi for like 5 minutes and then go back to data. Awful. And I just thought it was my phone. I didn't think it was, Anyway, so then, I had to like after that, the power went out, I had to reconnect something. I don't remember what. I had to like wipe something and then reconnect it because it couldn't connect to the internet. And I fixed it and I was like, cool. I was like, it's probably just like, whatever. That was probably the power outage. So then come like the first week of February and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta print, my letters. And so I go to the printer and I try to like print it and it doesn't print. And I was like, weird. So I tried it again. It didn't print. And I was like, weird. So I unplugged the printer and I plug it back in. I try to print. Doesn't print. And I was like, oh shit, the power outage. I probably have to reconnect it to the internet, right? So I go over to the printer and I do, connect to the internet. It's like, oh, connect to the internet. Connect to this network. And I was like, yes. And it's like, type in the password. So I was like, keep in mind, this takes fucking forever because you have to put in the password on the fucking printer. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Or if you go the opposite way, that kind of helped a little bit. But anyway, so I type in the password, long ass password, and I hit enter. And it was like, waiting, incorrect password. And I was like, oh, I must have typed it wrong. Waiting. Incorrect password. And I was like, all right, hold up. So I go look at my router and I look at the password on it and it was like, this is the password. And I was like, yeah, I thought it was. Came back. Incorrect password. Oh god. Oh boy, flood warning. This is dangerous and life-threatening. Do not travel. I hope we live on high ground. Well, see, here's the thing. I'm supposed to go to my friend's house because we're gonna shoot some cosplay stuff. So does that count as, traveling? Yeah, that's a no. Are the shoots outside? No, they're in his apartment. Hold on, I'm gonna text him real quick. Drive through any water. That's the thing, is I don't know if I would be... As long as you're indoors, just be safe. I screenshot it and sent it to him, and he goes, I literally just got that notification. Anyway. So, so funny. What was on my finger? Hold on. I think, like, Thor scratched me, and so I have a little skin coming off. Anyway, so the printer. I feel like you're too high. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, go to the print, and it says incorrect password. And I was like, what the hell? Unplugged the printer, plugged it back in. Incorrect password. And I was like, all right. So I go to my router and I go to my modem, take all of it apart. All of them, unplug it, leave it for like 2 minutes. Put it all back in, go over to the printer, incorrect password. And I was like, I'm gonna Sean Kingston someone, like, it's just anyway. So then I looked up what could possibly be the problem, and the internet said to change your network name and the password. And I was like, but that's gonna disconnect everything in my house. And listen, since moving in here and living alone, it has been like my goal to make everything Wi-Fi connected because it's so cool, you know? So I could be like, computer in my bedroom, turn on the fan. And it's like, you got it. And I'm like, ha ha ha. And then I walk in the house, I'm like, computer in my room, turn on the lights. And it's like, you got it. And I'm like, ha ha ha. It's really cool. Still wire my house so I don't need Wi-Fi. That's fair. That's fair. But anyway, so everything, like, I have to whisper so they don't hear me. The computers are listening. I have a Google in the kitchen. I have an Alexa in the bedroom. I have the Alexa plugs and stuff, like the privacy sign. Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't really talk unless it's streaming. And this is all in phones and listening. Everything's listening. And then I have the lights, and then I have lights behind my TV. My TV is internet connected. What else? I have my security system that's internet connect. Everything's connected. Anyway, so then it said I had to do that, and I was like, well, I don't want to do that yet. And I was like, well, maybe I need to. And so I was like going back and forth for like a few days because I was like, I don't want to do that. And I was like, maybe I could just, I'll leave it for like a week and we'll see what happens. It didn't work. Leaving it didn't work. And so then I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do the internet thing. So I changed the network name and I changed the password. And then this is where shit went wrong. Shit went wrong. It went so wrong. Because then everything disconnected, but nothing could find the network. After my phone could find the network, but that was it. That was it. My computer's Ethernet, so it was fine, but nothing could find the network. And I was like, oh god. So I got the print. I tried the printer. Printer couldn't find the network. And so I was like, okay, I'll just revert it. So I, put the old network name and the old password in replace of the new stuff that I made. And I was like, okay, this will fix it. This will fix it. Nothing connected. And I was like, oh my god. And so I get the printer and I take it to the bedroom and I put it 4 inches from the router. And I go, trying to find the network over and over and over, re-impeg mode. I was just in angry mode because I knew, I knew I could fix it if I, like, wiped everything. Twitter, did you try blowing on the cartridge and putting in the channel 3? So many people. I'll get to that in a minute. So I put it, like, right next door. Couldn't find anything. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I put the printer back, and I'm sitting here, and I was like, holy shit. What if there's a software update? Right? Because that was the problem last time. When it wouldn't print color right? There was something wrong with the printer, and there was an update. So I look at updates. And there was an update called Epson Connection Network. Or something. And I was like, you motherfucker. Oh, Maria, I was crying. Because keep in mind, as I'm doing all this stuff, I'm trying to reconnect everything else, and they're just not working. Some of them worked, but I had to wipe them. No, see, this is, y'all think, wait, there's a twist, ready? So I see that there's an update, and so I hit update, and I was like, okay, this is gonna fix it. So I hit update, and it updated. So I go over to the printer, looking for the network. There's no network. And so I unplug it, plug it back in. There's no network. And I was like, all right. So the next thing I could do that the internet said that you should do is you should uninstall the Epson software on your computer and then reinstall it. And I was like, okay. So I did that. Uninstalled it and then reinstalled it. And as it was reinstalling, it was like, connect to the Wi-Fi. And I was like, all right, let's try. Go over to the printer. No network. And I was like, how the fuck how is it not finding my network? How is nothing finding? My phone found it. It's there. So how is the printer and all of my plugs and like the Alexa and the Google, I had to wipe them for them to find the network. I had to completely factory reset them. My Ring security system couldn't find it. My plugs couldn't find it. My TV couldn't find it. My TV lights couldn't find it. And I was like, I'm gonna throw up. And like Jules, people were trying to help, and like it was a big old fucking mess. And so then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna go to bed. So I go up the stairs and I walk into my bedroom, and I forgot that I did 6 loads of laundry that day, all day long. Oh my god, I didn't tell you about the fucking soap. Oh my god. Okay. So y'all are gonna laugh. I'm still so fucking mad about it. So, we know when you do laundry, you have your laundry detergent. And then there's like those little like Scentsy beads that you can get that you add to your wash, and it like makes the clothes smell really good. I know they're probably not that great for you, but they smell really good, and I love things that smell really good. Do you know what I'm talking about? The beads? Yeah? Okay. So, I get mine at Costco because they come in like the bigger container. Yeah, the fragrance boosters, yeah. So they come in the bigger container, so you like get more, right? And it's like a little cheaper considering, because they're expensive, right? They're expensive. So I have a big basket full of laundry, and I have my detergent sitting on the big basket of laundry, and I have it propped up on my hip, right? because I have to open doors with a key to get through places in my apartment building. So I'm holding this big old basket like this on one hip, and the detergent is up here, and the beads in a big container, I just bought it, are sitting right there. And I'm walking through, opening doors, and to get down to the laundry room, you have to go down a bunch of stairs. And the stairs like go downstairs, and then there's like an open area, and then there's more stairs. I've eaten it twice on these stairs going up. I don't know. They've built them weird. I don't know. But going down, I'm usually fine. So I'm holding this big old laundry with the soap and the beads. And I'm like, I'm gotta go real slow because this is the shoulder that, the collarbone that's fucked up, right? So I take 2 steps down the stairs and I look over and I see the beads just start tilting. And I'm like, okay, they're gonna fall out, fall over. But, it looks like a pretty thick container. Like, it'll just hit the ground and they just stay there. Have you ever seen an explosion? Because I have. I have. The beads fell in slow motion, and I didn't do anything to stop it because I was like, it's just gonna hit the ground, right? Oh no. Oh no. The top cap exploded. And with such force, the beads went fucking everywhere. Half of the bottle that's this big, half of it just exploded everywhere. I stood there at the top of the stairs, and this is all I did. Ready? So I went to the laundry room, put the laundry in, walked back, looked at it at the bottom of the stairs, go into my house, get my inside broom, because I have to use my inside broom, the outside broom. So I had a little baby scooper to get it off the stairs, and I'd use the big broom because I didn't take a picture, but it went fucking everywhere. And the worst, I was like, I hope to God no one comes out. I hope no one comes out because it's a pretty busy building. And I was like, I hope no one comes out. No one came out. But you know who did show up? The Amazon man. And he looked at me. And I looked at him. And he was like, sorry. Crunch, 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 crunch. And I was like, because when you step on the beads, they don't just turn into like a powder, they turn into a paste. But the thing is, it wasn't his fault. That's how many of the fucking beads fell out. There was nowhere for this poor guy to walk because there were beads fucking everywhere. Anyway, that was the same night, the same day as me trying to fix this internet stuff. This whole nightmare of me trying to do the internet fucking stuff. I did all my laundry though, which was good. But then that happened. And then at 2 a.m, I was like, I just want to go to bed. Replace it. Yeah, most LA apartments do. I was like, I just want to go to bed. So I walk in my room. Big mountain of towels, blankets, workout clothes, clothes that need to be hung up, hoodies, sweatpants, undies, socks. Did I say workout clothes? Workout clothes. I don't know. CJ, I'll punch you in the face. In a nice way, of course. Anyway, so I see this big old mound and I just start bawling even more. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Because like I'm having this internet stuff. I tried everything. I have tried everything. and I'm at a loss, you know? Same mountain, I say modular weighted blanket. Well, that's the problem is my new duvet cover was in it. My sheets, I didn't have any sheets on the bed. And listen, I think we've all been there at some point in our lives where you just kind of grab a blanket, you wrap up, and you just go to sleep on a naked bed. You're like, I don't want to deal with it. I have done that so many times, but I was like, no, I gotta do this for future Kate, you know? So listen, we've all done it. It's okay. Um, so I'm crying while putting all of my laundry away, and my friend Adam, who lives in Scotland, wakes up and he texts me, in response to my text, and I was like, Adam, I'm crying, and the printer and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And he was like, oh shit, well, what have you tried? So I listed everything of what I tried. And I was like, I want a Sean Kingston. Not really, but I PMDD. Anyway, I was like, oh, I want a Sean Kingston. I hate everything. I don't know. And he's like, okay, so, what if you tried? Yes. And so, anyway, so I'm like texting him, telling him everything. And he was like, okay, so, and he just started speaking in technical terms. And it made sense. And I was just like, how do we fix it? And like I would tell you, what he was basically saying, my internet got fucked up and it was outputting a certain amount of energy, I guess, that only certain things can get attached to and other things cannot. It makes more sense if he says it. But anyway, like my TV lights can only get connected to like 2.4 something. Anyway, it doesn't connect to 5 and the internet was only putting out 5. Does that make sense? Yeah, gigahertz. Yeah. So he was saying all that and I was like, oh my god. He's like, yeah, so when your internet, so when the power went out, your internet may have fried a little bit, but it should be, it should still work. It just got like confused. And then when you changed the network and name, it made it worse. And I was like, okay. He's like, so what you're going to try to do, he's like, go to the printer, not like fried, not like ruined fried, but just like fucked up. He's like, go to the printer and try using a hotspot on your phone. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, I didn't even think of that. So it was like 3 a.m. at this point, and I'm like, tears. And so I go to the printer and I do my hotspot, and I turn on the printer and I click it, and it says, my phone, like my Caitlin's phone. My phone's not Caitlin's phone, but anyway. And I was like, oh my god. It's like, I click it and it says enter the password. And so I enter the password and it's like connected. And I was like, ah! And I was like, enemy connected. And he's like, Pog, let's go. He's like, okay, so your computer isn't fried, or not computer, sorry, printer. Your printer is not fried. The internet chip isn't fried. You should be good to go. But now we need to figure out what's wrong with your internet. And I was like, yeah. So we tried a few things and then I was like, yeah. And I was like, I was in the app, right? And I noticed in the app, there's an option to factory reset the router. And I was like, that's the answer. And he's like, oh, well, try this, try that. And I was like, I'm going to kill my router. I'm going to do it. But it's like 3 a.m. So I'm like, I'm going to go to bed. So I finished the laundry. Thank him profusely because, gave me hope. And then I go to sleep. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't have time today. I've been doing stuff. I had to stream, got blah, 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 blah. I had to wake up early. I think that was when we played Raft. What time did you end up falling asleep after everything? That night, like 3 or 4 a.m. So then it's just been super, super busy. And then yesterday I was like, I'm going to fucking fix it. I'm gonna fucking fix it. So I sat in my room and I was like, I can't fix it. I'm too much of a coward. I can't do it. And so I tried one more time on the printer. I looked. No network was showing up. My security system wasn't doing anything. Nothing was catching on. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna Sean Kingston. So this morning, I wake up at 11. I already told you the story. Woke up at 11. I was like, I'm gonna get Dr. Pepper. I got Dr. Pepper. Sat down right here, and I was like, you know what? Oh, we gotta hurry. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna kill it. So I killed the router. Wiped it. Completely wiped it. Took a second. Everything disconnected. this computer disconnected, everything disconnected. And I was like, felt like I was holding the pillow over it. And then it came back online, and then it was like, oh, what do you want to name, you know? And I was like, I'll name it this. What's the password? I'll do the password this. And I was like, okay. And it's like, it was like, yeah, good to go. And I was like, okay. I walked over to the printer, I had my little flashlight on, started typing in, you know, the stuff, and then it brought up networks, and there was my network, and I was like, no fucking way, no fucking way. So I click it, and I start.
Hope this covers
Salamin, thank you for the 55. I know that was so loud. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the $55.14. I appreciate it. No, it was way super loud. I think, hold on. Let me open Streamlabs because sometimes it does that, you know? I'm so sorry. It was really loud for me too, if it makes you feel any better. But thank you for the donation. It does help the beads. It's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you can look back and laugh at it later. I don't think I'm ever gonna laugh. I don't think I'm ever gonna laugh at that happening. Shit. Because there's a dashboard. There's a way to turn it down. Cheese and rice. Hold on. Alerts. Donations. Oh, it says the sound volume's at 24%. Ah, that one's at 80%. There we go. Damn. All right, 25%. Should I test it? If you have headphones on, kind of slowly take them out. I'm gonna test it.
This is
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't know why it's the same level. Edit. I put it on 25%. Thanks. I told y'all to take it. I told you to take out the noises. Hold on. I'm gonna do another test. That one's bearable, right?
This is a test donation for $5.
I'm not wearing headphones though. Oh god. Why is it just that one? I'm gonna test this one. That's loud.
This is a test donation for $75.
No, it's still loud. I don't know why it's loud. I've turned, let me try this one.
This is a test donation for $5.
I've turned it down. I'm gonna turn it down to 6%. It's still loud.
This is a test donation for $20.
This is a test donation to fuck your ears. I didn't mean to. I don't know why it's so loud. This one's muted. Speakers. I could turn just the speakers down. Hold on. Let me know. How's this one?
Heroes never die.
That one
This
seemed
is
normal.
a test donation for $10.
All right, I'm gonna try the Nate and Kate again. All right. Ready?
This is a test donation for $50.
Better? Okay. So it's better for y'all because I turned the speakers down. But if I ever play a game, you're gonna have to tell me to put the noise back up. I think it has something to do with Streamlabs at the moment. Because for me that was loud as shit. Even though I turned it down to 5%. So, I don't know, but now we know. Maybe they just got some... Anyway, audio is a cruel witch, that it is. Are you currently running? 1. I gotta finish telling my story, but Slayman, thank you for the donation. So, anyway. Oh yeah, so go to the printer, I start putting in the new password. Thor comes over. Starts meowing. I'm like, why are you meowing? Non-stop meowing. So I look down at him, and when I look down, my finger hits enter on the password too early. And I was like, no, it's gonna ruin the whole thing. And sure enough, it says, password incorrect. And I was like, well, yeah, no shit. So then I have to do the whole process again. So I clicked my internet, which was still there, thank God. And I put in the password, and I hit enter. And I'm sitting there like this. Let me see that. And lo and behold, it connected. I jumped up and down and was going like, yeah! I looked like a loser, but I'm the only one home, so it didn't matter. But I was so excited because this has caused so much grief for this entire month. So then the printer connected to the internet. So then I zoom into the bedroom. Oh no, I think I went to the kitchen first. I zoomed into the kitchen. Had to wipe the Google Home again. But the Google Home connected. Ran in the bedroom. The Alexa, had to wipe the Alexa, but then the Alexa connected. And then I put in my my Amazon like smart plug or whatever. Had to hold that down. Boom, connected. Went to my Ring. Boom, connected. Phone. Boom, connected. TV. Boom, connected. I was like, ah! Like I was so excited, just running from one room to the other, like doing it. Smart plug. It connects to your like Amazon Alexa or whatever, and you could say like, oh, Alexa, turn on the fan, and the fan is connected to the smart plug, and then you don't have to go like twist the back of the fan. It just turns on. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like I want to be able to, live like a princess. Be like, oh, turn on my fan. I'm in bed already. Treating your wife FB event. No. It has something to do with anime though. But anyway, so I sat down and I was like, fuck yeah. And then I was like, oh shit. I have to stream. And it's like what? Like 1:30 at that point. And this whole time I'm like trying to make food. I have to sneeze, hold on. So I was like, okay, I have to make food. So I was like making food, and I was like putting my makeup on because I'm gonna go to my friend's house. I have to make him deviled eggs as payment for taking my cosplay photos. The power of the Witcher kitchen. And so, but I do make really good deviled eggs. Thank you for blessing me. So I was making food, so I did eat before stream. You're welcome. This one of my lights decided to get bit. Okay, and my family was like, "Too fit." Yeah. It's great though. It's fantastic. It's also too. It helps like if I'm in the bedroom, and like my phone's charging, or if I'm in the bathroom or whatever, I could just be like, "Oh, Alexa, turn off the lights." How are the comp games really on Overwatch, by the way? Awful. It was so awful. Because I usually play Overwatch when I wake up and I'm drinking my Dr. Pepper. That's like my wake up. Awful. I mean, I did well. I got a 4K play of the game, I think. There's one win. But for some reason, everybody was like, because I do open queue, that way I can support and like switch to tank if I need to. And went support and I went to the point, and then by the time I got there, I turned around and 3 other people also chose support. So there was 4 support and a Bastion. And I was like, 4? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And they're like, fuck yeah. And I was like, and then we lost. I lost all 3 games during comp. Ugh. It's what I tell you what. Monday through Thursday in the morning, good time. Any other time, no. I only had 1 Diet Coke and I feel empty inside. I had to drink water. Ugh, water. Who would do that? Not me. It is me. I've been drinking a lot of water. You gonna be late? Late? Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna start making, because I'm gonna go to my friend's house later, and then I have to make the deviled eggs. Deviled eggs shouldn't take too long. But I'm gonna go shoot cosplay stuff, which is why I was gonna have a 30-minute stream, but I got too distracted telling about the printer story. But I wanted to open up. I got something in my PO box, and it's massive, and I wanted to open on stream. So, haha. Y'all want to do it? After that, though, we're probably gonna have to disperse real quick, because I did my makeup already, but I have to do because my hair may be actually fine. No, it's kind of curling, because I have to straighten it. Hold on. All right. It's a big boy. I don't know what it is. A blue chicken. Oh. I don't want to get scissors. Damn, what are they putting in this tape recently? A new Wi-Fi router? What? What in tarnation? Oh my god. Is this what I think it is? Oh my... Are you kidding me? Wait, hold on. You can buy this? Life size? There's life size? How left size we talking? Dude, 13. Why are y'all bonking me? What? Sweet Jesus. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Oh God. Okay. Oh, there's lightsaber supports. Okay, here, Thor. There you go. This is lightsaber, that's all I'm going to say. Maria! You're not wrong, though. Alright. Okay, hold on. If my friends thought I wasn't a loser before. They're kind of low. Yeah, because I had to turn it all down. Alright, how's this supposed to... Like this? And then like this. Like this. And like this. Oh! Oh. Maybe we, you know, so we'll just hold the lightsaber. Hold on, I gotta get y'all an accurate representation of how short I would be compared to Hayden Christensen. If this is accurate, oh my god, I'm fine. Sorry, there's tape stuck in my... Okay. Oh, I'm taller than I thought I would be. See, sometimes I feel like I'm a tall 5'5" and a half, you know? Oh, he is leaning back though, so this would be... But Taki-kun's in high school, so like, you know. I swear I leave my house. 5'5". I'm 5'5" and a half though. The half counts according to a lot of men, so... Oh, my name's Anakin. I'll kill all the children for you, Padme. Oh, can I be Padme? Oh, thank you so much, Anakin. Is he standing on a platform? No, I'm just tilting him up. So wait, because like it's like that, and then there's not a lot of space in here. We'll figure out, you know, where to put. What if I just had him in the back? You know? Hey guys, welcome to my stream. He's just in the background. Please, he's so hot, I'm sorry. I mean, you're not wrong. He'd fit in the corner. Oh, what corner? Because this corner, I have like a million plushies and a ton of Lego. And this corner, I have plushies and an easel. His lightsaber looks a bit small. Oh, you just gotta warm it up a little bit. Ta-da! It's cold, okay? That's a peepee. Oh, look! It's the beads! Do you see how there's none left? And there's no lid? Imagine these. Everywhere. Get out of here. Oh, you want to see Toot? Come here, Toot. Toot! You sit in the chair. What? Oh, okay, Thor. Ooh. Don't show your butthole. Yeah. But don't show your... What is it? Oh, goodness. Probably wants wet food. He had some this morning. I gave him tuna. Goodness. Oh, goodness. He just wants attention. Oh, Slam it. Thank you for the bit.
Has four guys that don't sing.
What rock group has 4 guys that don't sing? Rock group has 4 guys that don't sing. I don't know. Thanks for coming to the stream. I gotta go make deviled eggs. Thanks for coming, and thank you, Slammin', for the Anakin. Was not expecting that in the slightest at all. I had no clue what it was gonna be, but it definitely wasn't. That was not in my thoughts of what it could possibly be. I gotta go start making the eggs, but I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you for coming to the stream. We just gotta disperse. See, thanks for the donation and hanging out, the follows, and the health Thor. What? He's so needy. I know. Oh yeah, it is the weekend. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I hope that y'all stay safe, and I'll see y'all on Monday. Say bye, Thor. Say bye. Say bye. Ew. Ugh. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.